This is a brilliant bit of kit. If you've got pictures to hang up around the home, bits and bobs to do, you can make life easy. Rather than having to carry around a separate spirit level and a hammer and nails, you can use this one tool to do the job for you. And also, we've got the rugs. They're back. Very popular they were yesterday. We haven't got a huge quantity, so it'll be first come, first served on the rugs when they arrive a little bit later on.
And ladies, coming up for you just before 6 o'clock, so I'll say about 1:45, some fabulous fashion on the way for you. It's all about the maxi dresses this summer, your staple piece in your wardrobe, ladies, and this is another one up for grabs. Peacock design, gorgeous colours as well, very, very nice and flattering. And you've also got another gorgeous top on the way for you. Gorgeous colour, I really, really do like this, of course, really nice and vibrant. What I particularly love are your sheer sleeves on this one. So very, very nice indeed, very nice glitzy and dressed up. And of course, for those walking holidays, ladies, you've got some sandals coming up for you as well. So stick around for that and a whole lot more, but now some fragrances with Ben.
Hello, welcome back. Really spoilt for choice today when it comes to fragrance. And this first fragrance is, I suppose, you know, when you think nowadays you get all of these celebrities, these pop stars, these Hollywood stars kind of releasing their fragrances, coming up with their own sort of fragrance. When you cast your mind back, I suppose the Elizabeth Taylor fragrance was perhaps, one of the originals. Certainly, when you go back to the 90s, Fortune magazine described these fragrances, the Elizabeth Taylor fragrances, as the most successful celebrity fragrance with more than $1 billion in retail sales. Now, these are, as I say, still highly regarded today. And what we're talking about here is Hollywood glamour, aren't we? We're talking about, the lights, the camera, the action of Hollywood, and one of the greatest film stars, I would say, possibly of all time, Elizabeth Taylor. An absolute screen icon. Best known, as I say, perhaps for her role as Cleopatra in the 1963 film. And also, of course, very well known for her private life, which I suppose, being a Hollywood superstar, doesn't tend to be that private. It was 8 marriages, wasn't it? 7 different men between 1951 and 1996. Yeah, and she married, it was Richard Burton, wasn't it, that she married twice, who was her co-star in Cleopatra, I think. A lady who had, so much success on the big screen, so much success in Hollywood, but of course, had this sort of lavish lifestyle as well. And all these marriages, very, very high profile. But as I say, when you're a megastar, as she was, your private life, then I suppose, tends to become everyone's business as well. But when you think of Elizabeth Taylor, when you think of that Hollywood glamour, you look at these bottles and you just think to yourself, that's, it's there, isn't it? That Hollywood style, the way that these have been designed. This kind of top of the bottle here, this detailing, almost like, an elaborate piece of jewellery that you could imagine she would have worn. As I say, let's talk about her. Twice won an Academy Award. Nominated for numerous other films as well, and these particular fragrances actually launched back in the 90s by the one and only Dame Elizabeth Taylor. What you've got here, as I say, 2 big time fragrances, 2 fantastic fragrances. The first one, you're going to get both of these, by the way, you're not going to be choosing. The first one is the Diamond and Rubies, launched in 1993. The Diamonds and Rubies, perhaps a more refined sort of fragrance, oriental in its fragrance, a woody fragrance. Possesses a blend of lilac, of rose, of peach, and that's certainly recommended for evening wear. And on the flip side of that, you've also got the Diamond and Sapphires as well. Once again, this one was launched in 1993, and this one's quite floral and fruity in its composition. Top notes of lemon fresh, lily of the valley, melon, juicy peach, heart notes of rose, amber and musk. 2 real contrasting fragrances here. For me, as I say, your Diamond, your Rubies is your evening scent, and then you've got something which perhaps is slightly more refreshing, slightly more fruity in its composition with the Diamond and Sapphires. But if you want a fragrance which is going to help you smell like $1 million, a fragrance of a Hollywood superstar, shall we say, then these are the fragrances to come in and grab. And once again, for both of these, already £34.99, you might be thinking about picking up the phone, particularly when you've got both bases covered here. You've got a fantastically beautiful daytime scent, and then, you know, a fragrance which is really going to turn heads if you're wearing on that big night out. When you're wearing your best frock, your little black dress, if you're looking for a fragrance to give you that feel of superstardom, as it were, then these are the fragrances. And as I say, you kind of get that hint. The bottles themselves just very lavish in their design. That piece there, particularly, you can imagine that as an extravagant piece of jewellery that perhaps Elizabeth Taylor might have worn to one of the big premieres, perhaps. Fantastic fragrances. You might have seen these before on the channels. I think the first time they popped up with me. Very excited to be able to bring these to you. If you want two very classy fragrances, as I say, from the Elizabeth Taylor collection, Diamond and Rubies, Diamond and Sapphires, they're yours for £19.99. We're under £20 straight away here. Factor in your P&P and your phone call. This is one of those fragrances as well, because I know there's like various Facebook pages set up and what have you, and now and again you just have a sort of a read through. When you sort of read posts about fragrances, more often than not, it is the Elizabeth Taylor that gets mentioned. £19.99, I think, is a great price, but under £20 for two fragrances. There's 100ml in each. Eau de Toilette, I think you've got yourself there an absolutely stunning buy. 0904 251 0100 is your number. Dial that number, press 1, and you've got these. £19 and pennies as that price continues to go lower. We've made sure that we've got room for you here to come in and grab these, because I want to make sure as many people as possible take advantage of these fantastic scents. As I say, Diamonds and Rubies, this is your evening fragrance. Just absolutely beautiful. Diamonds and Rubies, as I say, all about that sort of oriental fragrance. Woody, lilac, rose, amber, vanilla, very much an evening fragrance there. Quite rich. For an eau de toilette as well, sometimes you think eau de toilettes, perhaps you're going to have 2 or 3 sprays on, you have to keep reapplying. That's quite a rich scent, actually, for an eau de toilette. 100ml of aloe, £17.99. And then on the flip side of that, you're going to be getting the Diamond and Sapphires as well, which again is much more floral in its approach. That really is a fantastic daytime fragrance. Very feminine, very, very refined. As I say, floral, rhubarb, spices are your heart notes, but your top notes there, lily of the valley, of melon, juicy peach, absolutely stunning. 100ml of each. I mean, that's going to keep you going for a while. As I say, that one perhaps a little bit more delicate, a little bit more floral in its approach, but that one certainly is an eau de toilette. Couple of sprays of that, you will be sorted for the evening. £17.99, 200ml of designer fragrance, isn't it? Really, that's what we're talking about here, for £17.99. But that's not going to be your price. Again, you may have been someone who's bought this before, and you're pleased that it's back because you can get your hands on it once again. Or, as I say, you might have read about this, you might have seen it before and thought, okay, let's wait and see if we can get the price down to something which is going to fit my budget. Hopefully, this next price, which is coming up here, is going to do just that for you. Here it comes. What about if we said to you, all in, delivered, well, £11.99. If we just said £11.99, you'd be pretty pleased. But what we're saying is, I wish I had more hands here, £11.99. You're getting both fragrances for one price. That would be a bit weird, actually, wouldn't it? If I all of a sudden just had 4 hands and picked them all up. £11.99 for both fragrances. Dial now to grab this. That really is a great deal. And once again, sometimes you might be thinking about some fragrances that we bring to you. Think, oh, well, perhaps I haven't heard of this particular brand, don't know too much about it. I'm sure you'll have heard of the Elizabeth Taylor brand. You'll have heard of Elizabeth Taylor, the Hollywood icon, the screen icon. You'll know all about her. These are the fragrances. Jump in and grab them, because that really is a stunning deal. 0904 251 0100. Dial that number, press number 1, and you've got yours. It's as easy as that. both of these fragrances delivered to your door for in 5 days. Let's start the music. 2 fragrances, as I say, from the Elizabeth Taylor range. We're talking about here, you know, one of the biggest Hollywood icons, aren't we, really? If you're a fan, as I say, of Elizabeth Taylor, if you love the films, love the woman herself, then the lavish lifestyle, think about that, and think about, as I say, this fragrance launched back in the 90s, I suppose one of the kind of original celebrity fragrances, and you are going to be getting 2 of these. The brilliant thing about this, $11.99, great price, so what, £6 a fragrance. Diamonds and Rubies is your evening fragrance, so you've got that one covered. Diamonds and Sapphires, perfect for daytime wear, so you've got here 2 fragrances, 200ml of designer fragrance, if you will, for £11.99. Obviously factor in your P&P and your phone call. Great low price. We'll get them delivered to you in around about 5 days. Perfect gift idea for somebody. And again, if you wanted a great fragrance without having to spend a lot of money, this is the way that you can do it. 0904 251 0100. Dial that number, press 1, and these will be with you in 5 days' time. A fragrance, as I say, from one of the greatest film stars perhaps of all time. 49 of these sold already. It's this point where you think to yourself, this price really isn't kind of doing these any justice at all. And that's why my producer is about to drop the price even further. Waiting for the phone to ring now. Boss is going to ring down. What on earth is going on down there? It's not me. Duh in there. £9.99. Let me just tell you, for the 1, I think that's ridiculous. For the 2, that is unbelievable. £9.99. As I say, you know, if it's a fragrance perhaps that you're not heard of before, then fine. You might think take it or leave it. But it's Elizabeth Taylor, 2 fragrances of £9.99 for the both. At this sort of price, you either want it or you don't, because that is low, 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 and it's time for us to go. 90 seconds, got to jump in now. Only 27 chances remaining here. 0904 251 0100. Dial now to grab these or miss out. It's as simple as that. That is a great price, let me tell you. Daytime, tick. Nighttime, tick. You're sorted. Glamorous celebrity fragrance, sorted. 200ml of fragrance, done. Quick, you need to get on and grab these. 23 chances remaining at £9.99. 60 seconds, 20 spaces. 19 spaces. I mean, just brilliant. The great thing is, though, today, as I say, you know, perhaps if this isn't the fragrance for you, if you've perhaps been thinking, okay, want something perhaps which is going to go down a bit lower, we have got fragrance, I think, to fit every budget this afternoon. 2 more fragrances to ring you. But if you want these, grab them now. There's less than 10 chances remaining. Buyers on the phone lines, press 1 to confirm. As I always say, you've made the phone call. Don't waste the chance of getting yours, because if you sit there and go, oh, I'll press 1 in just a minute, and you can run the risk of missing that, because there's no queuing system here. No, just ring up, and then it's first come, first served. Let's say hello to a few people. Margaret in Belfast, and Rose in London, Anne in Norwich. Well done to Margaret in Manchester, 6 spaces. Well done to Derek in Edinburgh. Space for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 space. You need to press 1 if you're there. Bars on the phone line's got 6 seconds. Couple of spaces, something like that. If you're there, we will give you time to confirm. If we've got a few late buyers jumping on board, we will give you time to confirm. Congratulations. That was the first of Betty's Best Buys. And we've got plenty more of these to come. If that fragrance perhaps wasn't for you and you're looking for a double deal on fragrance at an amazing low price, take a look at this. This is the Dana Black Lace. You're getting 2 stunning fragrances at 60ml eau de toilette. If you thought the $9.99 price tag was good for the Elizabeth Taylor, wait till you see what we're going to do with those. Also,